Hello and welcome back to FE7 Eliwood Hard Mode at 0% growths. We are on Chapter 27, Cog of Destiny. It's a big old route map with tons of enemies. Enemies all over the place. And the boss is Linus, who's quite tough, and unfortunately killing him does not end the chapter, because it is a route map. But he's got an iron rune, so he's crit immune. He's got a light brand, so he's got a magic attack that's 1 to 2 range. It is weaker at 2 range, but on a throne, pretty tough to take down. Lots of HP, lots of defense, etc., etc. Anyway, but the bigger thing to figure out with this map is how to deal with the massive amounts of reinforcements. So, by my count, there are 74 potential reinforcements in this chapter, not including Vida, who shows up as a reinforcement but can be recruited. So 75 if you want to include her. Which is just way too many enemies. Luckily, there is a way to avoid the vast majority of them. So there are different reinforcement zones that if you enter them in any way, so that means not just ending your turn in them, but also moving through them along your movement path, then you will trigger reinforcements based on that zone. So the zones are as follows. First one is starting in this corner from here to here, over to here, down to here, and then back over to here. If you enter that zone, you trigger reinforcements from this set of forts using this group of enemies composition. So two mercenaries, 2 myrmidons, and a hero. They'll show up every other turn for 5 turns, starting the turn that you enter that box. So that's 20 reinforcements. Second such box is, so starting from this corner over to here, up to here, over to here, and back down to here. Reinforcements that get triggered here using this group's composition. So 4 armored knights and general. Again, 5 enemies every other turn for 4 turns, another 20 reinforcements. Third box is starting here, going over to here, down to here, over to here, back up to here. That is from this set of forts. This group's composition, so it's two nomads, a paladin, and 2 cavaliers. Again, 5 enemies every other turn for 4 turns, so another 20 reinforcements. That's 60 reinforcements. Final box is just a huge box around the boss area, so from here all the way over to here, down to here, over to here, and up. If you enter that area, and you will have to, because otherwise you can't reach Linus, then you trigger Vida to show up down here, and she shows up with 2 wyverns, and then over the next 2 turns there are 4 wyverns each. There's a turn where they don't show up, and then 1 more turn of 4 wyverns after that. So overall, 14 wyverns plus Vida over 4 turns. 5 turns? 5 turns, yeah. So yeah, that's a lot of reinforcements. We can't avoid the wyverns, but we can avoid everything else. And the way that we do that is there's a row right here where that doesn't intersect any of the boxes. So it's below this box, it's above this box. So we basically want to transport units like across here over to like around this area, which is like behind this box. And then they can advance from there. And that way we only have to deal with the enemies on the map plus Vida and her fellow wyverns. Yeah, so to do that, the team I am bringing is Louise, Harkin, Hawkeye, Priscilla, Jafar, Pence, Eliwood, Heath, Fiora, and Ninian. So Fiora and Heath are here on transportation duty. Ninian more or less is as well. That's primarily what she ends up doing. Jafar and Harkin are the frontliners, backed up by Pent for healing and some additional combat. Priscilla is also here for healing, and then Hawkeye and Louise are here to stay in the back and kill the wyverns when they show up. You may notice that I don't have Marcus on the field. This is the first chapter, though I haven't deployed him in the entire game, I'm pretty sure. I did give some stat boosters to Harkin. This is specifically for taking on Linus. So I gave him the body ring and one of the 2 speed wings. So now with 13 con and 19 speed, he can double Linus while using the Sword Raver, which weighs 13. Linus has 15 speed. Harkin now has 19. Additionally, the Linus's Light Brand does 22 damage to Harkin. Has 33 attack, weapon triangle disadvantage, so 32 minus his 10 resistance is 22. So I gave him the Angelic Robe so that he is not 2-hit KO'd, which means that he can attack on player phase and then get attacked on enemy phase and still survive without needing Pent to heal him in the interim, which means that either Pent can do some chip damage or Pent can be fighting somewhere else if, for whatever reason he's busy at that point. Additionally, I gave Harkin a goddess icon because that lowers Linus's crit rate against him from 3% to 1%, which is a pretty big deal in a chapter that's this long. I don't want to have to replay it just because Linus gets a 3% crit. Other things of note. There is a village over here that has the warp staff. There's also a couple of shops here that we want to visit. Okay. I think that covers everything, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is we want to get Jafar into the action. This is going to be his map to shine on. He is a great combat unit, and what we need a lot of in this chapter is combat. So, we're going to have Heath pick him up. Come over here. Indian's going to dance for him. And then before we go drop him off, we're going to have Harkin come over, equip some hand axes, and rescue Ninian. And then we're going to have... Actually, we'll just Eliwood do it. Eliwood, take Ninian, drop her off. Then we're going to have Priscilla come rescue Harkin. Meanwhile, Heath is going to drop Jafar off here. So this is all along that row where, like this row here where it's outside of both of those boxes that I mentioned. Alright, then Heath is going to come back to there. And then we're going to have Fiora come up, take Harkin, drop him off here, and then come back to here. And the idea here is that allows him to enemy phase these 2 armor knights, which is going to make it a little bit easier for us to continue to transport people across on future turns, specifically Pent and Priscilla. Meanwhile, there are some enemies, these 4, that are going to come down here, so we're going to prepare to greet them with Hawkeye and Louise. And Pent is just going to come up here, get ready to get transported across next turn. Yeah, Jafar will take out all these Myrmidons. There are 2 ballistas over on the left, or ballistae, if you prefer, that are going to shoot at him. And so part of what we want to do is get those taken care of so that we can move some of our squishier units in. But I do have the Delphi shield on Fiora, so she can take a hit from them reasonably well. Alright, so Jafar did take some damage. I don't like that, so we're gonna heal him up with Priscilla. And then he is gonna come over here. He could attack this guy this turn, but none of the other enemies can reach him from there. So I might as well give him the force bonus, because also the turn after he's just going to take out this guy anyway, which means he just needs to stand here, so might as well be dodgier. Meanwhile, we now want to transport Harkin across. So we're going to have Fiora pick him up. It doesn't actually, I don't think it matters what weapon he has equipped, because none of the enemies are going to be able to reach him from where he's going. So we pick him up, have Ninian dance for him, and then she is going to come over here, drop him there. Sorry, Ninian dance for her, dance for Fiora, whatever. And then we're also going to set Pent up to be dropped off next turn. So this is a safe spot right there for Heath. So he is going to pick up Pent. Come over here, and then next turn he's going to give Pent to Harkin, who's going to drop Pent off. In the meantime, we can enemy phase these guys with Hawkeye, so we're going to do that. And we might as well do it with a hand axe so that he can also retaliate against the guys with the bows. The bridge is within that box area that I mentioned, so we don't want to go over there. And then we'll also put Louise right here, just in case, like, Hawkeye kills enough of these guys and then the guys in the back want to attack her, she can one-round them, so that works out pretty well. Meanwhile, Eliwood's going to head over here and get ready for Vida to show up. Merlinus is just hanging out, not really doing anything. Cool. Okay, so now we're gonna let Louise finish this guy off with a longbow, or at least try. Cool. Because we are gonna trigger those reinforcements this coming turn, and we want Louise and Hawkeye in range to be able to take them on. I mean, it doesn't actually matter super much, because Vida can kill one too, but, you know, just in case somebody misses or something. Okay, and we're going to now have Heath, 2, 3, 4, give Pent to Harkin, and then head back around, staying out of that guy's range. We also want to have Jafar come up here and take this guy out, which he needs the Killing Edge to do. Meanwhile, Harkin is gonna come up here. Let's trade Pent with Thunder, I think, and then drop him off. So this is actually out of the range of this guy and this guy, which is kind of unfortunate. But this is how far forward I need to go to be able to trigger Vida to show up. And I just want to advance as far as I can. Then we're also going to, let's see, this guy has 22 attack. Okay, so yeah, Priscilla survives that, not by much, but she does survive it. So we're going to come and rescue her. we're gonna dance for Fiora and drop Priscilla off. And that'll enable Priscilla to heal for whoever, you know, takes the most damage of those three on the coming enemy phase. Okay, so I think we are good for this turn. And the nice thing about triggering the, getting in here and triggering these enemies in the upper left to move is that there are 3 snipers in the way upper left that start moving, and one of them, well, there's a ballista up there, which if they were to man that ballista, it would really be unfortunate because then we'd have to go all the way over to the ballista to take them out. But fortunately, they will move towards me and I won't have to go after them. Unfortunately, there's another ballista to the right of the big, like, temple area that Linus is in that we do have to go take the guy out because he will get on the ballista this turn. But it's not quite so bad because he's not so far away. Aha! I like Jafar killing that guy. It means that Jafar can get a little bit further forward, a little bit faster, because that guy won't be blocking him from moving to the left of the guy in the of that other ballista rider there that he's going to take out this turn. This coming turn. Yeah, there's the ballista I was talking about at the top. So Priscilla takes a bunch of damage, but it doesn't really matter. She doesn't go into range of any enemies anyway. Here comes Vida. Oh, and this guy moved. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, well, that's fine. So let's talk to Vida and then talk about Vida. Okay, so Vida, as flyers go, is a bit of an odd duck. She's very strong, lots of HP, very good defense. None of that's super surprising for Wyvern Lord. Her speed is, while good compared to many of my units, still surprisingly low for this point in the game. We haven't gotten a unit as slow as her, or slower, since Hawkeye, I believe. Pent's faster, Louise is faster, Harkin is faster, Jafar is faster, even Wrath has 12 speed to her 13. But, like, Isadora's faster. She is faster than Hawkeye and Marcus, but, you know, it's not that impressive. I mean, it's not terrible, but it definitely leaves something to be desired. What's even weirder is that she only has 8 aid. She does have 12 con, which is pretty nice for a flyer, but the 8 aid is really quite poor. I mean, there's a lot of units she can't. I mean, she can't even rescue Pent, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Pent has 8 Constitution, and the way the aid works is you can rescue units with lower con. So yeah, she can't even rescue Pent. Like, that's pretty bad. So, I mean, she's definitely a solid combat unit, definitely worth using. I'm certainly using worse ones right now, but she definitely leaves something to be desired in, like, the sort of utility departments, just because she doesn't have the ability to do very much in terms of rescue dropping, and that can be pretty annoying. Anyway, so we're going to gonna want to take out these wyverns. Vida has some weapons that she wants to trade for. Let's see, I think. I mean, I guess she could use the killer bow. We'll use the silver bow, because we can buy more of those. This chapter, we want them. Anyway, yeah, Vida's got some weapons that she's gonna trade for from Eliwood. Oh. Whoops. She normally doubles these guys. Guess not today. Alright, well... what to do about that? I think what we'll do about that is just throw a javelin and see what happens. Okay. Yeah, we'll just let this guy come in towards us and take him out later. I wanted to take him out with Hawkeye, or, well, maybe... Let's see... I could send Fiora over there. So we're pretty much done transporting people across. We do need to send somebody over here to get the Warp Staff and go shopping. That could be Heath, it could be Fiora. Like, Ninian, in theory, I would like her to go across, but the problem is that there's enough Wyvern reinforcements that it's hard to protect Eliwood and Merlinus. Merlinus can't be carried, so he cannot get out of the starting area without triggering reinforcements. It's pretty annoying. Yeah, unfortunately, Ninian's blocking the way for Hawkeye to, like, walk over, pop this guy, and then, like, walk back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, although I guess he wouldn't be able to rescue Eliwood anyway. So the other option is we rescue Eliwood and take out the Armor Knight. I think what I'm gonna do actually is just do this and then let one of these two deal with the Armor Knight this turn. So get Merlinus back and out of the way. I mean, I guess we could even consider... Did anybody take damage? They actually didn't. So we don't need to heal with Priscilla this turn. I mean, we could consider moving Ninian across, but I don't think I'm going to, just because there's 4 Wyverns that show up per turn and only 3 people to kill them, and it just seems safer. And there's like... It's hard to get Ninian in a position to do anything over here anyway. So, anyway, need to take out this guy. Actually, I guess Harkin could take damage right here, but he didn't. And then we're gonna trade him a hand axe back so that he can retaliate against the people with ranged weapons that are coming in, and then we're gonna try to crit this guy and fail, so it goes. I guess I should have double checked, but I'm pretty sure Pent couldn't one-round him. Yeah, he would have been like 2 damage short. I think. No, 4 damage short. Alright, meanwhile, Jafar. Get this guy out. And we are going to need Ninian over here if she's going to answer one of these guys next turn, so we'll do that. Who looks better against this guy? I'm inclined to say that Heath does, so we'll put Heath here with the Killer Lance. And then... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, she doesn't get there next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She can get there next turn, though. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. And then I need to make sure that Priscilla doesn't put herself in danger. This guy covers that area. Here is safe. That doesn't cover any more space. Okay. Might just bring her all the way over here so that she can help go towards the... Feels like that guy should be able to get into those forests, but I guess he can't. Anyway, so she can potentially help go shop or visit or whatever if she isn't needed for healing. She probably will be, but we'll see. job, Heath. Ow. Yeah, that guy does a lot of damage if he hits. I don't really understand why the enemies all go for Harkin here over Pent. I mean, I know why now that he's taking damage, but prior to that, I don't really understand it. Oh, whoops. Oh well, that's not like that guy's dangerous anyway. Okay, here come those snipers. I think Harkin might be in range to go kill the guy manning the ballista. Oh wow, he doesn't double the Nomad. He's got 19 speed and he doesn't double the Nomad? What? 18? What? Ridiculous. Alright, well... Oh, no, he's not close. Oh no, he is close enough. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll do that, but we want to heal him first, ideally, although... hard to do that safely. Well, we can do it with Pent, is the other option. I mean, he may not really need to be healed, granted, because these other enemies don't do so much damage. One thing we definitely will do, regardless of any of that, is have Jafar come up. Take one of these guys out. I guess we'll use the silver sword. Yeah, I think we're gonna not try to heal with Priscilla. We're just gonna heal with Pent and put Pent on the fort or something. So let's see. Oh. Well, alright, I guess we can just equip the Thunder. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, that's a little unfortunate. Gonna take 3 more turns to get to Linus. Is it safe for Priscilla to go over there? Yeah, it totally is. Over here with Priscilla. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She can't do that, but she can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, she can't do that either. Ah, okay, well, whatever. Alright, so mostly at this point I just want to get some extra tomes for Pent. We don't need lightning or flux or whatever. But I think I'm gonna just get 1, 2 fire tomes, 1, 2 thunder tomes, and an Elfire. Okay, over here we got this fun mess. How about... I'm a little worried about what's going on with Heath here. I guess I don't need to be. He can just finish with the Silver Lance. Okay. Eliwood, get out of the way. Okay. I guess a lot of these ranged enemies are going to go for Jafar now, unfortunately. In fact, I think they can all reach him. Pretty annoying. Lacking 1 to 2 range options is a problem. Can't be denied. Okay, so now we wanna... Let's see. I guess we could have Priscilla heal this turn. I'm gonna get the Warp Staff, I think, and then I'll do my other shopping next turn. Okay, so... But in order to heal Jafar, we do need to make sure that we take out any enemies that can reach Priscilla. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or either that or block them in, something to that effect. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, that's better. Yeah, we may not be able to heal Jafar this turn, but it probably doesn't actually matter. Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did miscount. Huh, cool. We can actually reach the boss next turn. Perfect timing, really. Yeah, so we definitely can't have Priscilla heal this turn, but we can have her heal next turn. So I think I'll just try to set her up to be able to do that. Alright, and then over here we gotta go through this silly business again. These guys all have javelins? Yep. I don't really think we need to do anything else with Heath. I mean, we're gonna get to go shopping here with your next turn, and yeah, so we're good. Right. We actually need to heal Harkin from that, which is kind of sad. But true. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, this guy can't do any damage. Okay, that's good. Oh, he was only doing 21 damage. Huh. He was doing 22 damage the last time. I wonder what changed. Huh. Maybe I misremembered. Well, either way, that works for me. So let's see here. I mean, we might as well. Might as well heal him if we get hit. So let's attack first. it didn't. And Jafar should be able to one around this guy. I guess I'll go ahead and heal Priscilla. I also slightly prefer that guy not waste my Sword Reaver, so I'm gonna put Pent in his range. Alright, so there's no reinforcements this turn. There will be next turn. In theory, if we... No, actually, Linus has too much HP and can't be crit. Never mind. There's no chance for us to finish on enemy phase, unfortunately. Alright, so time to buy some silver weapons. I don't really know exactly what I want. I'm gonna get one silver bow. Get a bunch of silver axes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. That should be good. And I think we're good for the turn. Jerk. Okay, we're pretty close to taking him down. We gotta hit once, and then hit with Pent, or just hit twice with Arkin. Good enough. And we get an Iron Rune, which is cool. Alright, 4 enemies left. Just these reinforcements. We are on turn 8. And there you have it. I think as it turns out, it was not possible for me to have finished in 7 turns, at least with the way that I had my units arranged, because even if Harkin hadn't missed, he couldn't... Like, Linus has like 58 HP, right? And he's doing... Well, maybe he could have... He's doing 15 per hit. That's 60. I guess if he hadn't missed... Yeah... If he'd hit all 4 times, which he wasn't very likely to do, but if he had hit all 4 times, I think he would have finished bringing... Or no, well, because Linus heals... Yeah, the healing would have prevented it. Yeah, never mind. It wasn't possible. I would have had to get not just Harkin, but Pent in there as well and do a little chip damage, at which point he might have attacked Pent. So, yeah, probably not possible to do it in 7 turns, at least with the way that I have... the way that I approached it. I don't know, maybe there's some big brain plays that you could do that would make it shorter, but I don't know. I'm pretty happy with managing to navigate to avoid all of the reinforcements and the amount of time that it would take to take all of those out, so Yeah, I'm satisfied with the solution. Anyway, that'll do it for this chapter. Next up will be, I think, Valorous Roland, which is chapter 28. So thanks for watching, and until then.